Are you ready to hear some details you missed in Demon Slayer? Of course you are. That's why you clicked on this video. So let's learn all these new facts of Kimetsu no Yaiba. The anime movie was named Infinity Train, but was changed. By now, most of us are familiar with the Demon Slayer Mugen Train movie because it is the most successful anime movie of all time. But what many of us didn't know is that it was originally named Infinity Train. However, due to a Cartoon Network show of the same name, the movie was renamed to what we know today as Demon Slayer Mugen Train. Akari and Nezuko are surprisingly similar in some ways. You probably didn't know this, but the Japanese voice actress for Nezuko Kamado is named Akari Kito. Now both the anime character and the voice actress share some similarities. Both Akari and Nezuko are the same height of 5 feet. Also, weirdly enough, Akari's name has the kanji for demon, which it literally translates to demon. Seems like a match made in heaven. The cost of making an episode. The cost of making a single episode of Demon Slayer is said to be in excess of about $80,000. Use that information as you see fit. A young leader. Kirya, UBUYASHIKI, becomes the 98th leader of the Demon Slayer Corps. And if you don't know Kirya, this is what he looks like. We've all seen him before. He does look like a girl because he has a twin sister and all his siblings look exactly alike. Man, KAGAYA really went to town with this. But anyways, he becomes the leader at age 8, not the youngest, as his father, KAGAYA, became the leader at age 4. The Rengoku Special Ceremonies. The Rengoku family has long since practiced something called kankagari for the duration of their pregnancies. Every 7 days, the wives will spend about 2 hours gazing at a large flaming torch. One can only guess why. This seems to be what causes the men in the family to have flame-colored hair. Tanjiro'S hard skull. Tanjiro actually inherited his hard skull from his mother. Many may think that he got it from his father, seeing that they have the same mark on their foreheads, but no, it's all their mother. She was the hard-headed one. Staying on the topic of Tanjiro, his nickname. Tanjiro's nickname, Ponjiro, made by Inosuke, is actually akin to that of a raccoon. This is also represented in Inosuke's dream when he falls asleep on the Mugen train. Kanao's Yuri's birthday. I'm very happy to state this fact that Kanao's birthday is May 19th, the day that Kene and Shinobu adopted her, meaning her real date of birth and age are not known. Everything was just guessed. Another interesting rule of the Rengoku household. There are no pets allowed. This rule was actually implemented by Kyojiro's father as he absolutely hated pets. AKAZA is a special demon.
Is that right?
AKAZA is the only demon in the 12 Kizuki that only uses hand-to-hand fighting techniques. More like hand to face, if you get what I mean. That was a terrible joke. Let's just say, in other words, he has no tools or weapons. He just fights with his bare hands and fists. So we all know that Demon Slayer is set in the Taisho period. If you didn't know, then I suggest checking out my video on historical facts about Demon Slayer. That's another banger. But anyways, it's said that the Demon King himself is over 1,000 years old. But are there other demons as old as he is? The short answer for this is yes. Lady Tamayo was once very closely affiliated with the Demon Lord of Pop, and it was confirmed that their relationship ended back in the Sengoku period. Now, if you know anything about history, the Sengoku period was over 400 years ago, before the Taisho period. On top of that, right after, he formed the 12 Kizuki and appointed their #1 demon as the head. So in short, Muzan, Upper Moon 1, and Lady Tamayo are all over 400 years old. Man, talk about a fountain of youth! Keeping an eye on our last entry, speculations about Lady Tamayo's origin. So we all know that she was an assistant to Muzan, helping him trying to find a way to walk in the sun without losing any of his demon powers. Based on her medical background, possibly in her human life she could have been a nurse or a doctor. Maybe she even learned her medical practices after becoming a demon to better aid Muzan, as naturally Muzan likes to only turn people that he considers of good worth into demons. The others he just brutally murders. But we all see that Muzan has no issues dating women, well, human ones, and then disposing of them as he feels fit. Maybe she was once one of his wives, who he took an interest in and then decided to turn her into a demon to further do his bidding. Guess we'll never know. The leader of the Demon Slayer Corps, KAGAYA UBUYASHIKI. In our last video, we did mention him just a little. He became the leader of the Demon Slayer Corps at the ripe old age of 4, which is a heralding task, but nonetheless, he led. On top of that, made sure to leave his son KAGAYA to lead as well. Now, much like the Rengoku family, the UBUYASHIKI family's bloodline is super strong, in that all the kids look alike, even the boys versus the girls. You can't even tell them apart. Can you actually tell that this is a boy? Have we ever done a fact on the Demon Slayer Sakura? Maybe we shouldn't call her that. After all, the anime still hasn't shown her true power. But that doesn't mean that we can't drop some facts about her. Mitsuri's hair. It's rumored, which I heard from Gyome, that her hair is colored that way due to her eating way too much Sakura mochi. Don't tell Gyome I said that, please. In the Demon Slayer movie, The Mugen Train, Tanjiro dreams of his family. Kai, his mother, Nezuko, his younger sister, and his other siblings, Takayo, Hanako, Shigeru, and Rokuta. But did you notice what they actually all wear? Tanjiro's patterned clothes weren't just randomly picked. It goes along with his earrings as a part of his family, and most of Tanjiro's family wear the same color clothes that matches their eyes. On top of that, most, if not all, are all patterned just like Tanjiro's clothes. We mentioned him earlier, but do you see this guy? Yes, this gigantic Herculean monstrosity. He's Gyome, the Pillar of Stone. And he wasn't born blind. Oh, no. He was actually blinded by a fever when he was young, although the age was never really confirmed. Oh, and have you seen this scar? Join me again for the next video and maybe I'll release some info about this scar. For now, let's move on. Inosuke and Tengen are the only demon slayers in the entire corps to use 2 Nichirin blades. Well, technically Gyome is also a dual wielder, but he's a weirdo, so we don't talk about him here. This hasn't been revealed in the anime yet, so I'll hold off for now. You manga readers better keep quiet, or else I'll have my horse kick you right in the face. Here's a little neat detail that you may have missed in Demon Slayer episode 12, Zenitsu Sleeps. When Zenitsu finally showed that he was no pushover, there was a slight animation oversight when he was pulling his blade, but it was just in a blink of an eye, so it was literally if you blink, you miss it moment. His thumb actually goes through his sword. Thought we'd miss that, huh? But no, we didn't. Also, just more icing on the cake. When he was unconscious laying down, you can actually see him cut the demon's tongue off. If you slow it down, you can see him pull his blade, slice, and sheath his sword in record time. This actually shows how masterful he is. You know how we love our super quick facts? Here's a hot and spicy one for you. Tanjiro speaks fluent bird. There. Happy now? In our last video, we did state that the women of the Rengoku family would sit in front of a flame to get the men to be born with fiery hair. Well, there's another twist on this. One of Kyojiro's distant ancestors once said that they ate a lot of tempura. This is what caused all their descendants to have their hair the way that they do. And this was actually stated by Kyojiro himself, so don't come at me for this fact. It was all this guy. No one knows the creator of Demon Slayer. Many of you already knew that the author of Demon Slayer is Koyuharu Gotoge. If you didn't, then you're welcome. He or she has never shown their face, but it's widely accepted that Koyuharu is a female. Funny enough, Koyuharu doesn't like pronouns and has always remained anonymous. With the level of toxicity on Twitter, I honestly don't blame the creator from staying out of the spotlight. You know, to have all the creative freedom in the world. Here is a super quick and fast fact. I know you guys love it. Nezuko's name is said 21 times in the first episode of Demon Slayer. Don't believe me? Here's proof.
Come on, Nezuko! I've got you! Hey, Nezuko! 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 Nezuko's the only one who's still warm! Nezuko! 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 Nezuko's a human! She doesn't have Nezuko's sen anymore! I have to at least save Nezuko, though! Nezuko! Hang on, Nezuko! 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 No, wait! Nezuko hasn't hurt anyone! Nezuko didn't do it! Nezuko would never eat a human! Nezuko... Nezuko didn't do it.
Take care of Nezuko.
The contrast between male and female demons. It's widely viewed in Japanese culture that male demons are mostly ugly, while female demons are mostly beautiful. As you may have noticed, some of these aspects do spill over into Demon Slayer as well. Many aspects of Demon Slayer are bound in Japanese history and lore, which is super interesting in itself. Whether it be the names of each of the characters, the period in which they're living, the clothes in which they wear, or simply their looks, the author has integrated every single part of their culture into this piece of property, and we love it. Have we ever talked about voice actors? Maybe, I think so. Satoshi Hino is Rengoku's Japanese voice actor. Satoshi Hino is a famous Japanese voice actor. You might have recognized some of his voices from characters like Ainz Woolgown from Overlord, Saramura Daichi from Haiku, or other prominent roles such as Kineshi Hairo from The Disastrous Life of Saikike, or Sai from Naruto. Alright, I got something really interesting for you guys. Let's talk about ninjas in Demon Slayer. So you're probably asking me, what does ninjas have to do with a samurai anime? Well, if you haven't noticed, there are a few indications of ninjas being present within this world. Tengen Izui, the sound pillar, was originally trained to be a ninja by his father. He decided he was gonna be a samurai instead. Or should I say swordsman? Because when I say samurai, it sounds as if I'm talking about a completely different anime other than Demon Slayer. But there's another interesting reference to ninjas in the Demon Slayer series, and you'd never believe it when I say it, but here it comes. The butterfly Hashira's name, Shinobu Kocho. Shinobu translates to stealth or endurance, which is a very close derivative of shinobi, which means one who can move in stealth, aka a ninja. Combine that with her last name Kocho, which actually means butterfly, we now get the ninja butterfly. I mean stealthy butterfly. No, I can't get that image out of my head of a ninja butterfly. Halfway through our list, Gyome's scar. In the last video, I did vow to let you guys know what's going on with Gyome's scar and how he got it. Those keen-eyed manga viewers would actually notice that he got his scar from the attack of a demon. What else could it be? Anyone could literally figure it out. Pretty anticlimactic, huh? These words said by Gyome.
Namu Amida Butsu.
These words said actually have a meaning. Namu Amida Batsu, also known as Nembutsu. This is a chant from the Shin Buddhism. The most common translation is I entrust myself to Buddha of the infinite light and life. This is in direct reference to his position as the stone pillar, being an immovable rock in his beliefs. Pretty cool, right? Something you won't find in the manga. One day, I was sitting with Master Urokodaki and I asked him, why do you wear a mask? Is it because of the scar on your face? He told me, and get this, it's coming straight from the Tengu's mouth, he started wearing a mask because demons always made fun of his gentle face. I'm terrible with keeping secrets, just don't tell him I told you so. I guess that he could just smell that I'm lying. Well, I guess I'll just avoid him from now on. There goes another friend. Aoi was partially responsible for Kanao's name. During the time in which a naming selection for Kanao took place, Shinobu and Kene placed names on the floor, allowing Kanao to choose her own name at random. After seeing that Kanao was going to choose a paper containing the name Kamasu, Aoi swiftly swapped the papers with the one containing Kanao. So thus, boom, she was named Kanao. I bet you didn't know that, right? Yeah, you won't find that in the manga either. Koyoharu's initial design for Gyu. Did I ever show you the initial design for Gyu? If not, then here it is on the screen for you. Not much of a difference from his current design, right? Except it features him with fingerless sleeves, a cloth that ties at the end of his hiyori around his waist, and a kinda looser hakama pants. To me, it does look cool, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe before becoming an official Hashira, he used to wear this battle gear. Well, that's more along the lines of fantasy rather than reality, but still a cool design nonetheless. Zenitsu's sparrow actually saved his life. Have you ever thought that Shinobu kind of found Zenitsu a bit too easily, and his sparrow simply just flew off and left him? Well, you'll be pleased to know that the sparrow was actually the reason why Shinobu found Zenitsu in the first place. When the sparrow saw Shinobu, he alerted her to Zenitsu's condition. Well, more like he screamed in her face wildly and hoped she understood. She then made her way in the general vicinity and luckily found our young hero. Another reason why we love Chutaro. Nezuko's eye color change. Maybe some of you noticed, but Nezuko's eye color changes. Before she became a demon, it seems that she had two different shades within her pupils. But once she becomes a demon, her eye color changes to pink. Can anyone say why? Who knows, she's still pretty anyways. I know you guys really love our super fast facts, so here's one for you. Tanjiro's name is said 11 times in the first episode. This is opposed to Nezuko's name being said 21 times. Don't believe me? Here's proof.
Tanjiro! You can't walk as fast as Tanjiro can, sweetie.
Tanjiro!
Thank you for doing this, Tanjiro.
Hi, Tanjiro. Tanjiro!
Hey, Tanjiro!
Tanjiro!
Hey there, Tanjiro! I don't suppose you could give me a hand with this luggage, could you?
Hang on, Tanjiro!
We have to leave you behind, Tanjiro. I'm so sorry.
Mugen Train is the best-selling anime movie of all time. Now everyone and their mothers already probably knew this, but it's something that I haven't mentioned on our list before, and you're welcome for that. Also, it's been submitted for the 93rd Academy Awards. You go, Demon Slayer, you go. What does Kimetsu no Yaiba actually translate to? The direct translation from the Japanese title to English is closer to Blade That Slays Demons, rather than Demon Slayer. The direct translation focuses upon Blade rather than a Slayer. The author is mad creative. At the age of 24, the author of Demon Slayer, Koyuharu Gotoge, participated in the 70th Jump Treasure Newcomer Manga Awards. This was in 2013 with her work Kagarigari. This was actually a Demon Slayer one-shot and what started off the entire thing. Way to go. Way to go. The run of the Demon Slayer manga. Demon Slayer began its run on the 15th of February 2016. It finished on the 18th of May 2020 and has a total of 23 volumes. Have we ever done a fact on the voice actor for OBANAI? Wait, this feels kinda deja vu-ish. Anyways, OBANAI's voice actor is Kenichi Suzumura. Now he's actually married to the voice actress for Tamayo, Maya Sakumoto. So cute. Definitely a perfect match. Another fun fact on the manga, but this time focusing on Gyu Tomioka. He is one of two characters who have their own spin-off, the other being Kyojiro Rengoku. Gyu's spin-off is a two-part story depicting the events after Gyu's encounter with Tanjiro and Nezuko. It's called Gyu Tomioka Gaiden Part 1 and Gyu Tomioka Gaiden Part 2. It's pretty cool and you should definitely check it out. I mean, stop being a And at our number 1, the real meaning behind the word Hashira. I'm sure everyone who's watched Demon Slayer by now already knew that the literal translation for the word Hashira is pillars. But many didn't know the meaning behind the word Hashira, especially when it's written in Japanese. The word Hashira has 9 strokes, which is said to be the reason of there being only 9 Hashira at the start of the series. So that was our video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't seen all 5 of the 10 details and facts that you missed in Demon Slayer Kimetsu